Welcome. I'm going to go ahead and get started. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're listening in. Thanks so much for joining me. This is going to be a fun class. This is a good one. So I'm covering my top 10 essential oils that every family needs. If you follow me on Facebook, you know I like a lot of essential oils, and there are a ton that my family uses. But really, we started with 10. We started with the 10 most popular. And those, I believe, are the 10 that every household needs and are going to cover you off on so many bases. And so those are the ones I want to talk about tonight. Just the basics, the most versatile, absolute must-haves. If you're thinking about getting started with essential oils, you're going to love this quick overview. So I like to keep these to about 30 minutes. So I do them just about weekly, and I like to keep them pretty short so that you're not sitting here all night, but that you get a lot of good value. So whether you're listening in live or you're listening to the replay, this is going to be some good value for you. So thank you for listening in. You can... There's a chat box, so go ahead and, just type into the chat if you have questions. Otherwise, if you're listening to the replay, you know where to find me. Just hit reply to the email that you received, and I'm happy to answer any questions as we go. All right, so for those of you who are new to my webinars, this is my family, so I always like to start with a little introduction. I'm Angie Jones, and I am a health coach. I sell doTERRA essential oils, and I educate about them. And I'm a mom of triplets, so this is my family. This is us. This is my husband and my 9-year-old triplets. We started using essential oils regularly about 3 years ago. And it was just a gift to be introduced to them. They've been life-changing and so just empowering to have in our home. So like I said, I started with the 10 key oils, and they just changed the game, right, for us as far as trying to live a really naturally healthy lifestyle, both our physical and emotional health. So I'm going to, tell a few stories as we go about how we've used these. But, it's really because of the experiences I had with my own family that brought me to today, where this is my job. This is what I do. I educate about the essential oils because I feel really strongly that wherever you are in your journey, these will help you, and you need to know about them and at least kind of start that conversation. So what are essential oils? Before we jump in, I just want to set the stage real quickly, give a brief overview in case you are brand new to the idea of what essential oils are. They're just highly concentrated extracts from plants. They can come from any part of the plant, the flower, stem, root, tree, bark, any part of the plant. And the oil sacs of the plant are extracted. So here's a magnified peppermint leaf. You can see the leaf there, and then the white is in the magnified version are the oil sacs. So that is what is extracted to make these essential oils. Highly concentrated, and that's why they're so powerful. So you might have heard to drink peppermint tea if you have an upset stomach or indigestion or something. Well, it would take 28 cups of peppermint tea to equal the strength of just 1 drop of peppermint essential oil. doTERRA peppermint essential oil anyway. So think about that. Think about that huge therapeutic benefit in just 1 drop of oil. It's kind of mind-blowing. Hard to wrap your head around, but I just like to tell that little fact because it kind of breaks it down for you. I just love that essential oils are natural solutions because they come from plants. They don't have that laundry list of side effects like pharmaceuticals do. I still do take care with oils though. Remember that 1 drop goes a long way. They are really powerful. Although I don't have to worry about interactions and side effects and all of those things, you still, use them safely. You don't need a ton. They are very safe. You can use them topically, aromatically, internally. I'm going to talk about that as I go through the top 10. So why doTERRA? Why do I choose this brand? It is the largest brand of essential oils. And it's because the quality matters. You know, like I said, they're highly concentrated. And doTERRA oils are certified pure therapeutic grade. What does that mean? Well, my first knowledge of essential oils, and maybe yours was too, was what I saw for sale at my co-op and at Whole Foods. Since then, you know, they're cropping up everywhere, right? I heard they even sell them at Target and Walmart and Bed Bath and Beyond and, you know, all kinds of places. But it's important to know that essential oils are not regulated by the FDA. So that means that you don't exactly know what you're buying. And because essential oils are so concentrated, if there's any trace of pesticide used, any fillers, not only are you not going to get the same benefit from the oil, but they could actually be harmful for you. So I know and I trust doTERRA's quality standards. I know that they do more third-party testing than any other company. And it is the passion of the owners to bring the highest quality of essential oils into every home. And that is very consistent. So I can feel really good about that. I know that lavender grows here in Minnesota. I live in the suburbs of Minneapolis, and we can grow lavender here. But I also know that the lavender that's grown here, made into essential oil, is not going to give the same benefits that lavender from France or Bulgaria will. And that's what doTERRA does. They source from around the world. So that's why I choose doTERRA. So I wanted to start with that as I cover the 10 must-have essential oils, because as I'm talking about how to use them, I am referring to doTERRA only, because I can only speak to the quality and the consistent results with this brand. Okay, so let's jump into the top 10. The first one is lemon. So I often get the question, what is your favorite oil? And it's like, oh my gosh, it's like picking a favorite child. You know, it's so hard. But I do, you know, lemon is probably one that I use the most of. It's one of the most versatile oils. And I use it for its natural cleansing properties. It's a favorite of mine for daily cleansing. But it's also really soothing to the mouth and throat. So it's a great one to use if you have a sore throat. It helps with respiratory function. It helps with the healthy functioning of the GI tract. So again, you know, thinking about cleansing. So what I like to do with lemon is to add just one drop of lemon to my water every single day. Like every morning, I add it to warm water. And then throughout the day, I like to add a drop as well. I often carry lemon essential oil with me in my purse so I can add it to any water I'm drinking. And honestly, it gets me drinking a lot more water. And because it's more concentrated than lemon juice, it has a brighter flavor than fresh lemon. And then, of course, the added therapeutic benefit that I love. So I love adding it to water. Lemon is great to diffuse as well. So if you think about it, it's cleansing to the body, but it's also cleansing to the air. It helps get rid of odors naturally, so it's a great one to diffuse. And like other citrus oils, lemon is really uplifting for your mood. It's also a great oil to make natural cleaning products with. So you can easily add lemon essential oil to water, add a little vinegar if you want to. You don't have to, but you have a safe and effective multi-purpose cleaner. So lemon, super versatile. Those are just a few of the ways that I like to use it. Okay, I'm just gonna quick mute. All right, so on to number 2. Back up to number 2, which is lavender. Lavender, another one of the most versatile oils. It's effective for so many uses, and a lot of times you hear of it as, you know, jokingly referred to as the gateway essential oil, right? It's often the first essential oil that you try because it's so well known. You know it for calming and for sleep, and it's just really common to find, right? It's good for sleep, but it's also good for things like skin concerns. It's really, really versatile. It has those calming and relaxing qualities, helps to ease feelings of stress and tension. It in talking about the skin, lavender is really soothing for skin irritations. It also helps to reduce any imperfections in the skin. So this is a good one for, I even love it for sunburns. So it's one that I always take with me on trips, you know, I think of like spring break trips or something when you're not used to being out in the sun and you miss those spots with sunscreen. Lavender is amazing for any skin irritation. Like I said, it's probably best known for its calming benefits, right? Promoting a restful night's sleep. So what I suggest doing for that is just rub a drop of lavender on the bottoms of your feet, maybe the back of your neck before going to sleep. You can even add a drop to your pillow or, you know, definitely diffuse it. This is a great one to diffuse in your bedroom to create that relaxing sleep environment. You can even smell it right from the bottle. That's another great way to actually benefit aromatically. So this is my son's favorite. He applies it every single night on the back of his neck and or the bottoms of his feet. But this is a great one that he likes to really help him get to sleep and stay asleep. So that sounds pretty good, right? If you can find a solution for your kids that will never go to sleep, and lavender is a great one. Number 3, peppermint. So I showed this peppermint leaf a couple minutes ago. But peppermint really rounds out the 3 most versatile oils. So along with lemon and lavender, peppermint I probably use every single day as well, and there's just a ton of different uses. Peppermint's really effective to increase alertness and help with focus. So if anyone in your family struggles with that, peppermint is a great one to try first. Peppermint is also really cooling, so it's a great choice when you need to cool the body. So I think of it from anything from hot flashes to just being in a really warm climate, you know, where you just get overheated and you just need to cool down. It's great for promoting digestive health. So it's really powerful to help with gas, bloating, indigestion, any of that kind of discomfort. And another fun fact about peppermint is that it repels bugs naturally. This I used, was it last spring when we saw a couple ants coming into the house? Just put some peppermint oil out. And it's amazing. You'd think that the sweetness of the peppermint would attract ants, but it doesn't. It repels them naturally. So it's great for mosquitoes, ant issues, spiders, anything like that. It's wonderful. So if you're going to use peppermint for cooling, also for any kind of head tension, head discomfort, I like to dilute peppermint because you will get a tingly feeling. So I like to dilute a drop and either apply it to the back of our neck or on our temples. You definitely want to avoid your eyes with peppermint. It'll sting if you get peppermint in your eyes, but it's really, really soothing to apply it topically. If I'm using peppermint for energy, for focus, for clearing airways, I like to use it aromatically. So you can either diffuse it or just put it in the palm of your hands and kind of rub your hands together, cup your hands over your nose and mouth and just breathe in really deeply. You'll get a huge energy boost, and it's also just clears out any congestion you might have really quickly. Then if I want to use it for stomach upset, I actually really like to take it internally. So I'll just add it to a drop of water. It tastes really good too. So that is a laundry list of things you can do with peppermint. So hopefully you got a couple ideas of how you could use that one right away. There we go. Number 4, Onguard. So Onguard, as we're getting into the fall, of course, I'm in Minnesota. The weather's changing. Kids are in school. Onguard is a big one. And this is actually an oil blend. So the first few I talked about were single oils. This is a blend. So multiple single essential oils are blended together for targeted benefits. And in this case, it's for immune support. Onguard is called the Protective Blend, and it has clove and wild orange, cinnamon, eucalyptus, rosemary. It smells really, really good, but I love how it works. On Guard supports the body's natural antioxidant defenses. So it's really just supporting your immune function. It gives you a huge boost of antioxidants. So it's awesome to have with young kids, or if you are around kids who are like mine, always seem to be, they're like little walking germs. There's always something there. It protects against the environmental threats, and the On Guard has actually been shown to be an effective alternative to synthetic options for immune support. So hopefully you're reading between the lines there. That is a mouthful. An effective alternative to synthetic options for immune support. This is the go-to in my family. This is what we do to stay healthy all year long. Of course, we're doing a lot of things, but On Guard is used on a daily basis once the kids are in school. So how we like to use it is I like to diffuse On Guard. So diffusing means everybody in the room is going to benefit from breathing it in, and it smells good, right? So it's a great one to diffuse in the morning or in the evening, maybe in the kitchen where everyone is hanging out together, or the living room or something. And we use this one topically every single day. So it is part of my kids' morning routine to rub a drop of On Guard on the bottoms of their feet. Bottoms of your feet are a great place. I know it sounds odd, but they're a great place to apply essential oils because they soak into your bloodstream really, really quickly, and it's just a really effective place to apply them. You've got large pores there. Your skin's not that sensitive. It's super effective. Great place for kids, but that's just part of our morning routine and something I absolutely suggest you do. So you should be diffusing this one. I love diffusing it in classrooms, in office spaces, any place like that. On Guard is also really good for cleaning. So like I talked about, you can just use lemon in water, a spray bottle of lemon water to clean countertops effectively. You can do the same thing with On Guard. And it's been shown to be protective, what's the word? It actually works. It's been proven that it works. And I know that study is going to be published sometime soon. So that is super exciting. But you can also take On Guard internally. I like to do that as well. I like to put it in a capsule and take it internally when I need that. I feel like I'm coming down with something and I really feel like I need that extra support. I will take it internally. So it's a great one to have on hand as we're going into this fall and winter season. If you're traveling, I suggest absolutely taking it with you so you can protect against all that stuff in the environment. All right, number 5. This is Melaleuca, which you may have heard referred to as tea tree oil. So exact same thing. Tea tree oil is Melaleuca. And this is also a great one for your immune system. It promotes healthy immune function. It's, supporting healthy lungs and respiratory function. So what we do in my family is we're using the On Guard daily as a preventative, kind of boosting our immune systems. And then if somebody does come down with something, we're adding in that Melaleuca and using that on the bottoms of our feet along with our On Guard. Okay, so you can use both of them together, really effective. Another great thing about Melaleuca, it's really cleansing and rejuvenating to the skin. So it's great for skin irritations. I like to use it for, scrapes and cuts and, on my kids. It's great for acne too. If anyone in your family struggles with that, it's an excellent oil. But I know I said I used lavender for skin irritations too. So Melaleuca, I think of as my cleansing oil to use on the skin irritation. And then I like to follow it up with lavender as a soothing, something soothing for the skin. Okay, so I will use both with any skin irritations. So those are a couple great ways to use Melaleuca. So this is an excellent one to always have on hand. Number 6, oregano. And oregano is a really big hitter. It's a really powerful antioxidant. So like I said, with On Guard, having clove in it, it's a very powerful antioxidant. Well, so is oregano. And maybe you've heard about oregano having a lot of health benefits. So think about that. The dried spice has a lot of health benefits. Well, then think about that concentrated down into an essential oil and how powerful one drop of oregano can be. It's really amazing stuff. Oregano is what we call a hot oil. So just a little word of warning here. If you're going to use this one topically, you absolutely want to dilute. I like to dilute all of my essential oils when I apply them topically to the skin, especially on my kids. So I definitely suggest that. And what I mean by diluting is just mixing it with a carrier oil, like a fractionated coconut oil or something. Diluting is going to help with any skin sensitivity when you're applying it topically. And it's also actually going to help the essential oil penetrate more deeply into the skin and more effectively into the skin without evaporating off. So diluting an essential oil is actually a really, really good thing. It does not dilute the effectiveness. But when I get to oregano, I always like to, it always kind of triggers me to go, oh yeah, I have to talk about dilution, because this one will absolutely hurt your skin. So it's gonna irritate, I guess is a better word. It's not gonna hurt it long term, but you could get some redness and some irritation. So while you might not notice that with lavender straight, you'll likely notice it with oregano. Okay, oregano is a powerful antioxidant, like I said. So it's the other one that I think of for the immune system. So when someone in my family is coming down with something, a little, cold weather bug or something like that, like I said, I like to use the Onguard, like we're doing every day. I'm adding in the Melaleuca, and then I'm also going to add the oregano. And we're using them on the bottoms of our feet. For myself personally, I prefer to take these internally for my immune system and to really get rid of anything that might be coming on. So I kind of take this stuff at the first sign of, a scratchy throat or anything like that. I'm taking these oils at the very first sign of that. But for my kids, I prefer to use them topically. Okay, oregano just has a ton of benefits. Your cardiovascular system, your respiratory function, there's just a ton of great stuff. You can also cook with oregano too. So, of course, I've got the picture of the tomatoes there, and we think of oregano in our Italian cooking and some of the Mediterranean cooking. So you can definitely use the oregano essential oil as well. Just take care with it because it's super concentrated. So you might not even want to add a whole drop. Maybe you just want to add a toothpick swirl and get tons of extra therapeutic benefits, more than you would from just using herbs. Okay. So on to number 7, which is frankincense. And this is really the most powerful oil, right? This is the king of oils, frankincense, one of the most prized and precious oils. And that's because of its extensive health benefits. So there's a saying that says, when in doubt, use frankincense. It can be confusing, especially when you're getting started with essential oils, to know what to use for what. Well, when in doubt, just use the frankincense. And it's going to give you lots of benefits, because I could sit here and list out all the benefits, but there are so many. So I'm just going to talk about a couple. One is, again, healthy immune function. It's great for that. It's also healthy cellular function and inflammation. So anytime I'm, working with someone and they're talking about inflammation, I'm thinking frankincense. So a lot of people, if they have some compromised health issues, or if they're just really proactive about keeping, and staying healthy, they are taking frankincense internally on a daily basis to really support, reducing inflammation and keeping their cells really healthy. Okay, frankincense, when I think about emotional benefit, it's really, when I think about stress and all the things we deal with, frankincense is just very grounding. It induces those feelings of peace, kind of that overall wellness. So if you need some mood support and you don't have one of those great blends yet, simply start with your frankincense. Maybe frankincense and lavender or something for calming. This is a wonderful place to start. So I would just, use it topically, bottoms of your feet, maybe, the back of your neck. You could diffuse frankincense as well for peace and calming. It's awesome to combine with citrus oils. So if you just had lemon to start, you could combine those two, or maybe you have the wild orange or something. Basically, frankincense is going to boost the benefits of any oil you combine it with. I like to use frankincense for its powerful skin benefits too. So you probably seen me post about that, but it's awesome for reducing fine lines, which unfortunately is becoming my reality as I get older. So I love to use it for that because it's really effective for the skin. Tons of uses for this one. I better hurry up a little bit here. Go through these couple through a little bit faster. Okay, Digestion. So again, this one's a blend, number 8. And you can probably guess what it's for. Digestion. It's a digestive blend. We use this one a lot at our house. It is our go-to for stomach bugs, for any kind of discomfort, gas, bloating, indigestion, stomach upset. I even use it on my dogs. I've had a lot of success using this one on my dogs as well. So us, our kids, our dogs, this one we use a lot. This picture I have is when I was in the car. So I tend to get a little bit car sick, especially if I try to read. And Digestion, using that is amazing because I don't get that kind of motion sickness. So the great thing about Digestion, think about anytime you have, indigestion, maybe a heavy meal. So think about this one during the holidays, or if you're traveling and trying new foods, this is really going to support your system to just feel better fast and really help digest your food. You can use it topically. So I would rub it right on my stomach. Again, you can always use the bottoms of your feet. But with my kids, if they have a stomach bug or something, I'm rubbing it right on their tummies. I apply it about every 30 minutes until my kids feel better. So that's how I do that one. Again, I dilute it. I've got the touch bottle shown there too, which is the pre-diluted bottle, which is really nice and convenient. You can take it internally. That's my personal favorite way to use it. I think it's really effective to use oils internally when you think of indigestion and things like that. So I like to just add a drop to my water. So it's a super simple way to take it. Number 9 is the Deep Blue Soothing Blend. So this one, a lot of people talk to me about. So I have a lot of clients saying, oh my gosh, I can't live without that stuff. It's so amazing. Deep Blue Soothing Blend. Think muscle aches, joint aches, soreness, discomfort. This is when you're going to bring out the Deep Blue, and you're going to use it topically. So I don't know if you can tell, this bottle looks a little different, and it has a child-proof cap. So it's not meant to be taken internally. It is meant to be used topically. So get it as close to, where you can apply it to whatever is bothering you. And it will be really, really effective. So you can even applying it to kids' legs, if you've soothing that growing discomfort. So even if it's not maybe from overworking some muscles or something like that, but you can definitely use it for that. This is actually one of the oils that convinced my husband that essential oils really, really work because he used it for his shoulder and he had such amazing results that he's like, okay, maybe we're onto something here with these essential oils. So that was pretty cool. So hopefully you're thinking of how you could use Deep Blue, because I think all of us have something. I like to bring this one along when I travel too, even if you sleep on your neck funny. It's just amazing stuff. All right, and then we've got the Breathe Respiratory Blend. So this one is the last one. Again, it's a blend. You can guess, right, what it's used for respiratory health. So anytime you need that respiratory support, it has eucalyptus, peppermint, Melaleuca, and a few others. So it just really works wonders on clearing out your airways. So if you've got congestion, maybe you've caught a bug, or you're dealing with some seasonal changes. I know, spring and fall are big times when people are really bothered, and Breathe is an absolute go-to to just breathe easier. It's also great to promote the restful night's sleep. So if you're super congested or if your kids are super congested, it can be hard to sleep, right? Breathe is an awesome one to diffuse in the bedroom, and it really helps. Another way I like to use Breathe is topically. So I will again dilute it. It has peppermint, so you get that little tingle. And I like to dilute it and apply it either to my chest or right under my nose. Bottoms of the feet work fine too if you don't like that tingle at all, but it's really, really effective. So that rounds out the top 10. So I kind of flew through those. So don't worry, you'll get this recording so you can go back and take some notes. But hopefully after I've gone through those, you're kind of seeing or hearing, all of the different ways you could use these oils and how you use them literally on a daily basis. With a family, you're literally using these things on a daily basis. And it's really just about lifestyle change. It's about, thinking through, okay, instead of, doing what I may have done in the past, I'm going to grab my oils and try those instead. So it's really just, incorporating them into your lifestyle. So my recommendation of how to get started with these is the Home Essentials Kit. This is my favorite, really is the most popular one. And the reason for that is you get all 10 of these oils plus the petal diffuser. So what's cool about getting the diffuser right away is then diffusing them, like I talked about, is one of the main ways that you're going to use essential oils. So to have that great little diffuser right away is perfect. The cool thing about this kit is, another cool thing anyway, is that you get that 15 milliliter bottle of frankincense. That's like is it $93 retail? I mean, it's a very prized oil, and you're getting that bottle along with all 9 other bottles and the diffuser. So amazing value. So that's why I love this kit to get started. And then the offer in October is crazy good. So when you start with the Home Essentials Kit, you are going to get these 3 blends as well. So I just did a video on my Facebook page today about balance. Honestly, I use Serenity every single night. I use Citrus Bliss a lot. So I'm not going to take the time to go into the uses of these. But when you get the Home Essentials Kit, you actually get these 3 oils, these 3 oil blends for free. So it's kind of amazing and pretty awesome. So I just wanted to throw that in there too. So if you're thinking about this, know that you can reach out to me anytime. How I really like to do it is just chat with you, understand what your health goals are, what your needs are, and then we can, gear you to what might be the best way to start. So I just gave you one option of getting started there, but there are a lot. And I just like to get to know people and understand really what they truly need as individuals and as families. So your replay will be on its way, and know that you can either, you can message me on Facebook, you can, I'm there, you can email me directly at this email address anytime, or just simply hit reply to your replay email. So I went a little over my 30 minutes, but I hope that quick little rundown was good. So that was kind of a crash course on the 10 most popular essential oils. And just know that I am here. So I am very committed to you figuring out how to use these essential oils on a daily basis. So I'm very available to provide that service. So let me know what questions you have. And I really hope to talk to you soon. And I hope you found a lot of value. So thanks again for joining me. And we'll talk to you soon.